First of all, I want to say good morning, everyone, and I want to thank you guys so much for allowing us to be part of this wonderful presentation here with Diamond Retailer Summit. I also want to say to the Battle Quest guys, I love that video you guys just showed. That was amazing. That was really good. Before Leonardo DiCaprio, you have my interest, but now you have my attention, sir. That was really, really good. First of all, I just want to say I'm standing up here and I'm really in awe. I am a son of the comic industry. My home store in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, was Books Do Furnish a Room. Growing up as an African American in the 80s in a mostly white neighborhood, I wasn't necessarily close always, because I was always sometimes too black for my white friends. Now sometimes, because I lived in a mostly white neighborhood, too white for my black friends. But Books Do Furnish a Room was a place where I felt, as many of us did, I felt like I belonged. It was a community that I discovered. My love of comic books wasn't made fun of. My interest in fantasy and superheroes wasn't demeaned. And as all of us here know, based on the work that you guys have done in the retail community, you've kept this industry vibrant. There would be no Deadpool movie without you. There would be no superhero movie phenomenon without the work of the comic book stores. There would be no young people who have a chance to grow up and be inspired to create new content for the next generation without the comic book stores. So it is a real honor to be in front of you guys today. Furthermore, to be with Diamond, having discovered so much stuff through Diamond. I remember reading an interview with Steve Jebby years ago when I was a kid, talking about how he loved Disney comic books. And then I started reading about people like Carl Barks, and then I started following people like Walt Kelly and finding people like Jeff Smith with Bone. And now I publish someone who produces comics like that. Saturday AM came from my work over a decade in the video game industry, having looked at the amazing growth of Japanese animation and manga and how it was influencing so many of our young people. And I saw that it was becoming bigger and bigger, but it was also becoming more and more diverse. So much of the growth of the industry is coming from young black and brown and kids who are different ethnicities, different orientations, and certainly from different countries. It's no longer a Japanese art form, it's an art form that's celebrated and promoted by kids from Africa, all throughout Europe and Latin America. When I realized this through my travels and my time in the video game industry, I started realizing there was a huge opportunity for us to create content that spoke to that young generation, that gave them the same sort of inspiration to know that they belonged, the same way that I received that inspiration from Marvel and DC and Diamond back in the 1980s. So Saturday AM was formed to be a company that produces diverse, manga-inspired comics. And in the past 8 years, we've built an incredible run of titles. One of our biggest creators, a young man named Odunze Ogogo, who is from Nigeria, has over 500,000 followers on YouTube under his name, White Manga. His series, Apple Black, is one of the most popular independent manga on the planet. We have fans of his work who are Japanese mangaka. On our books, you can read an endorsement from Tony Valente, the creator of Radiant, which is one of the first non-Japanese manga to receive an anime translation, as well as Sanford Green, an Eisner and Glyph Award winner of a comic called Bitter Root. This year, in our fantastic partnership with Quarto Group, we released 11 books since June, I might add. That is amazing. And please clap, because that's amazing. And those books are in Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, Indigo. They're in, Indigo is a big store chain in Canada. They're in Waterson's, W. Smith in the UK. They're in Dymark, which is in Australia. And folks, they're in 20 countries, 20 plus countries, and that's just the English version. But as excited as I am about that, we're here because I'm a son of the comic book store market. And I want young people to go into your stores, and I want them to see those characters and see our creators and know that that person who created that work was just like them, going into your comic book stores, dreaming of the day they could create their own comic. Every single creator we have is semi-professional. Not one of them was a previous Marvel or DC comic icon. These are folks who came from colleges like SCAD, or people who came from art institutes, and this is their first work. We've built and developed them over the past 8.5 years. Their works, by the way, which is all creator-owned, have turned into toys. We've been featured in video games. We're in talks for our work to be translated into animation. And of course, we now have this fantastic book deal, and we are so proud and so hopeful that you guys will be a part of our journey to bring our voice and our amazing creators to your customers. So we have a video to show, and I hope you guys will check that out. Again, we have 11 books on the market this year. We'll have 15 on the market next year. So we are definitely, you can see here, I'm losing my hair. But I will say that I really am really appreciative that we're here with you guys today. Quarto Group, our partners, have been amazing. If you guys have the pleasure and privilege of working with us, you'll have the pleasure and privilege of working with them. I've been amazed with how amazing and patient they've been with us, and I think you guys are really appreciative of what they're willing to do for you guys. Beyond that, though, I just want to leave this one final thing, though. Our creators, who are all over the world, New Zealand, Nigeria, Hungary, United Kingdom, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, we're very attached and very dedicated to North America. If you all need us and our creators to do something on social media targeted to your region, to your store, we're here for that. If you want to do something involving your store with art tools and art supplies, or being able to have something where we can inspire your young fans in your community, we're here for that. You might not be able to get Kishimoto to stop at your store anytime soon and say, hey kids, check out Naruto back to school, but you can bet that Saturday M will be there to support you guys with your initiatives within this year, within next year, within this country. So I want to thank you guys so much. Please check us out. We're at booth 206, I think. Yep, thanks. So thanks again, everybody. So please watch this.
Hey guys, so Dunzio Google, aka White Manga Everywhere Online, the creator of Apple Black.
Hi, my name is Jay Odin. I'm the artist and creator of Hammer.
Hi, my name is Isaka and I'm the artist of Blockstrike.
Hello, my name is Andrea Viora, aka Sunny, and I'm the creator of the manga series Saigami. Saigami is a new Western diverse take on the isekai genre, following a young girl who one day falls into the ocean and wakes up in another world where she cannot control fire.
It's a world that is diverse and it has a lot of diverse influences.
This book is about a kid that gets thrown into a diverse world and having him find his place within it.
Hey everyone, my name is Frederick and I am the founder and publisher of Saga AM, the world's most diverse manga anthology. Saga, this next age of manga, which is manga that is more representative and more diverse in both its creators and its characters. This is a more connected world than ever before in our history. What young people know is that their lives, regardless of their skin color, their religious beliefs, and even their gender and or orientation, are remarkably similar, regardless of the circumstances. We believe that their stories matter, that they can be the heroes of the same fantasy adventures that we all grew up with. And we're incredibly honored to be partnered with Quarto Books, and we hope that we'll have the support of all of you who believe, like I do, that the best of manga is not in the past, it's still to come, because having stories of all sorts of characters and from all sorts of creators can only be even more excited than the amazing work that already inspired us to try to create content.